The season is changing, and my bronchitis uh, is horrible right now. Take this off. So I had went to um so I had made up on my mind that like I need to move. Y'all know I've been going back and forth with not needing to like of course I have to move, but like I need to move city, state, something I just need to get out of my current city. And so I have been talking about that, with you guys, and it just seemed like it was beginning to be too much for me. And so I decided to just go ahead and stay here in Indianapolis. Now I'm kind of regretting my decision because it's just like, but I didn't have nowhere to go. So it's like, it is what it is. I made the best choice because I have kids to move, all kind of stuff. Let me try to sit up, y'all. So I had, like I said, made the decision to stay. I got my new paperwork to take to like different landlords while I'm searching. Thanks, Nicole. My phone went dead while I was driving. Hey, thanks for coming back and joining me. So I got the paperwork, and y'all see my last couple lives that like 2 lives ago that they had gave me partial of the wrong paperwork. Like it wasn't right. And so I went down to the office. That's when I learned that the system was down, that they will leave a note for my caseworker to fix and adjust the error. And then they would call me to come and pick it up. Because I've been having trouble with my mail too. Like my mail is like 2 weeks behind right now. Like I get everything late right now. And so that was, I don't know, a week and a half ago. Let me see. What date was that? When I had went live. I might have took it off my page. My stomach growling. I don't know why, because I'm not about to eat nothing. Let me see, y'all. 1 minute. So I am fed up with this Section 8 owes $5,000 in back rent video. When I had went live, that was 10 days ago. So that was almost 2 weeks ago. But if you put in the weekend and all that, it's been like a week and a half. So that was a week and a half ago. I had went live about saying that basically they had gave me the wrong paperwork. When I went down to Section 8, it was people who had not had their rent paid, and they was getting threatened to get put out and all kind of stuff because Section 8 had owed them money and everything, and the rent was not getting paid. Okay, so basically Section 8 probably been knowing something for a few months, and they probably had not been paying rent for a few months. This probably been going on since my food stamp problem, because I had went live, whatever that was, whatever that was, when I was talking about the food stamps changing over to a different system. Not just food stamps and SNAP, anything that is an electronic benefit transfer, which is EBT. All EBT, that means WIC. Section 8 did not put out any kind of notices, but of course, Section 8, the housing authority, the government, HUD, all the people who rewatch this and don't know what Section 8 is, it's a government funded program that pays rent for low income families. And so they most likely knew something then. And now it's all making sense of why my food stamps was like 5 days delayed. And them saying this has never happened before. We don't know why this is happening. We don't know what's going on. What was going on? It probably was getting hacked then. That's probably why my food stamps was doing that, because they probably was getting hacked then. But like I said, still not informing anybody, just basically having a poker face going on. Still not informing anybody, still having a poker face on. And that's why my food stamps was delayed. That's why when I went into IHA, that's why they gave me the wrong paperwork, because they probably did it off the top of their head, or the system was already acting crazy because somebody was in there hacking it, and so that's probably why it gave me the wrong paperwork. Um, and that was error. And now the system is just, there's no ETA of when this system is going to be back up. Where's the paper? Here go the paper right here. Here go the paper. IHA is backwards. Stands for Indianapolis Housing Authority. And it's basically saying that they are a victim of a ransomware. So ransomware is, I don't even think I spelled ransom right. That's how I'll say understand. That's why, oh shoot. So you know when somebody hold your kid for ransom, they want money. Okay, so somebody is holding the whole system, they're cyber attacking the system until they get money. And so they're working with law enforcement and everything, but they are under a cyber attack. And they don't have any ETA on when money is going to be sent out. They don't have any ETA on when systems is going to be back up. And they don't have any ETA on when the systems are up, when your paperwork will be processed, because everything now is backlogged, and every day that goes by, it's more people turning in paperwork, and so it still won't be where they jump. For one, this housing authority, they don't like to work anyway. And so they already take their sweet time, because even when I was trying to port, that's another reason why I said I wasn't going to move from Indianapolis, because Indianapolis was not cooperating with me transferring. Yeah, they don't know how to work. So they were telling me it was going to take 2 months at minimum to process my paperwork and to port it over to a different state. And so it took them over 2 months to even give me my paperwork to even stay here in Indianapolis. When I was calling other places, they said it takes 2 weeks max for them to process their paperwork. So as soon as they will get it from my housing authority, girl, what's going on? Girl, what's going on with my voucher? So you not even in so this is the government thing. So let me quit saying IHA did. So this is the government, because Homestead and your way out, you are not even in Indianapolis. So right now, I have paperwork saying that they are under a cyber attack. I got the article, BS Housing. Okay, so they're under a cyber attack too. So the housing authority right now is under a cyber attack in multiple states. So yeah. Okay, so you got the federal voucher. So it is a federal government cyber attack. We call it Section 8 here, and it's like a program that pays our rent. So it's called the Indiana Housing Authority, or Section 8, and it stands for like HUD too, the Development of Housing and Urban Development. And so that's all government program. So we call it Section 8, like the letter 8. Well, that's what it's called. It's not like a slang term I'm using. That's just another name for it. And so they are under attack. There is no ETA on when your money will be going out. There is no ETA on anything. They are working with law enforcement. So I'll read this to you. DC got issues with the housing authority here too. That's why I got to step up my game. Exactly. And so this just put my pedal to this, really. Like, I was about to be slacking, like, with just stuff I'm doing. I probably end up So and see Homestead in Your Way Out. Like if you guys go check out her channel, like she live in a high rise East Coast, and she does all the homestead and stuff. But she trying to get self sufficient too, and she's older than me, and so she made up in her mind she want to get self sufficient as well. And so this just it really made me be like it really made me like be mad at myself for being in this situation to depend on them. But then it actually gave me a motivation that I needed. Are you being threatened to be evicted? Not currently. They said that they are going to try to work with landlords to not evict people, but the person when I went there 10 days ago, her place was threatened to evict her. My landlord called me on the way there like, hey, didn't get paid no rent. I know eventually, because he don't even want to be on set, he don't want to be on the program anyway. And so I know eventually, like, he will be wanting some money. He will be wanting some money. And some of these places here, like Indiana, we don't, like, when you get an eviction in Indiana, you can't just go to another place. We really don't, we're not a second chance place for tenants. Like, we're just not a second chance place for tenants. Like these people here, they will not let you in. Yes. So yeah, Homestead Your Way Out. So I'm not at this current moment being threatened for eviction. I was trying to leave my city. I talked to the housing authority of where I want to go. Unfortunately, she said that there's nothing that I can do, that I can't go get the paperwork and go actually take it to that housing authority and like basically do the land work. She said all the information has to come from my caseworker here, and my caseworker here cannot send out anything. Somebody needs to call the I don't know why I'm trying to read on here. The OIG, yeah, Office of Authority, and file a lawsuit or something. Well, it says, hold on, y'all. I'm about to fix my nose, blow my nose, and get my comments up so I can read y'all comments, and then I'll be right back. So I can read out this because it's on my last live, but I'm gonna read it out too on this live. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Sorry, I didn't muted you. I forgot to unmute. So yeah, I had read your gentrification. I said yes, Indianapolis is going through gentrification as well, and so basically the ghetto is being put at a price that a person who is low income cannot afford, but everything still looks like the ghetto. So if that makes any sense, you still see crackheads on the street. You still got potholes, which we call them craters here. Because if you hit one of these, your tire is coming off. Boarded up stuff. It's no grocery stores over here that's in like a walking distance or on a bus line. So where I live at is actually called a food desert. And so there that means that if you don't have transportation, you don't have access to um food that's not processed food. You don't have any access to fresh fruits and vegetables or anything. There's no farmers market in my area either. And so if a person that lives in the hood or this area, this zip code, they will be forced living up the sound like you living on my block. Yeah, so it's like that's how they doing. Like it's everything is boarded up. I had made a video like a long time ago and it's on my channel. And yeah, I'm like in front of a store and the store said they closed. And so high crime it's a lot of high crime. You can't leave your stuff unlocked. Like, and this is not just like, well, why you don't go to another side of town? Like, this is a lot of my city. Whatever they show on the news as far as for tourism and stuff like that, that is not the real life. The real life here is this city is very poor. This city is very destitute. And the vultures that have the money is coming and eating this city alive. So they see like these houses that's huge. Like my house, I got a nice size house. I live in a single family home, 3 bedroom, 2 baths, family room, living room, one car garage, a huge backyard. Yes, a huge backyard. Like y'all see me be live or whatever and going into my backyard, like very pretty backyard. And so I've been sitting here and I said, I want to move. I'm tired of here. Like the depression that I'm feeling is because I'm trapped. I'm trapped. And so I then started to like call around to port again, to port out of here. Now it's like they need the information from here before I even leave. Like I still need the permission. Ask them why you don't give me a security deposit and take care of the expenses for me to live on the other side of town, including fixing my credit. Exactly. Ask them why you don't give me a security deposit. Exactly. They ain't gonna give you nothing. They not gonna give you nothing. Like, so the first thing, like y'all heard when I just went live, I was just live in the Section 8 office. I got up to the window. She talking to the coworker. Like, and then when she finally addressed me, because I'm already like, hey, how hello, good morning, or whatever. She talking to still not even addressing me. When she finally do address me, it's basically like, yeah, here go the paperwork, here go the correspondence, so you can know what's going on. So it says, let me read this. It says the Indianapolis Housing Agency, which is IHA, has become the victim of a ransomware attack. In a ransomware attack, cyber criminals attempt to disrupt organizations by locking down the organization's computers and IT systems until a ransom is paid. I don't need any donations. I don't want to take any money or need any donations. I need ideas of I'm probably like at this point I'm like, so I would do anything anyone suggests just about if they gon' foot the bill. Yeah, but I really wouldn't, because I mean somebody can foot a bill, but I still gotta look for the place. And then if they say, well, move here, like I still, it's not just me, it's me and 4 children. And so they're not gonna foot the bill for the rest of my life. And that's still being dependent. That's just still being like on government assistance if I don't have a stream of income that's stable enough to sustain me and my children. You see what I'm saying? So somebody could say, I'm gonna fly all you and your kids out here, or something like that, and put y'all up in a hotel. But then how long the hotel gonna stay? And then that's it's like it's not still stable. So it says we have been working closely alongside our internal IT teams and external IT consultants, and we have sought out the help of forensic experts to help us address this issue. IHA has also engaged law enforcement who are working to identify those involved. So they're working to see who hacked the system, who it is. They got to find the people first before they can even stop the cyber attack. Please know we hear and understand your concerns about how the issue affects your payments. So the issue affecting everybody's payments. We are currently working with our bank and with the U.S. Department, basically HUD, to ensure all payments are being met. And then it just has some information saying that they take the what's happening serious, but they really don't because they get to go home. I'm just being funny because people be asking stuff like that. Is that simple? Okay, but I take donations all day. Well, tell them to do that too. Yeah, I mean, like I don't feel like I'm. How you can donate is clicking the like button, sharing my channel. If you want, how people could donate is giving my channel a super chat, putting, telling somebody about my channel, like, because that means a lot to me. People could always pay a super thanks on here. Like I said, give a super chat. Your whole point of the comment was not to be my whole point was comment was not to be technical, but just to speak on how people give suggestions as if it is just that easy. That's all. That was the point, not to be literal. Okay, yeah. But I am looking for suggestions though, like that for one, that for real. But yeah, and then too on the YouTube streets, it's like when a person comes and kind of expresses their situation of what's happening. Some people who are not supporters, who are just spectators, will come and say, "Oh, this is her ploy to ask for money again." And that I definitely don't want to give nobody that, whatever. Yeah, no, I'm just saying it for people who watch the replay. Like, so I want to explain it for people who watch the replay who say, is she doing this to ask for, to want people to give her money or something? Because people will have that in their head. And so since you brought it up, that was a gateway for me to, yeah, so it's definitely gonna get more worse. Definitely gonna get worse. And like I said, they already knew something was going on when my food stamps didn't come on time last month. Something was going on then. Now this is happening. No ETA. And that's why self-sufficiency as far as too for prepping is so important to me, because anything can go under a cyber attack. Anything, even people who not on government assistance, a bank can get hacked. You know, all the grocery stores. Because food is how you survive. So if a place want to come and get to us, especially with the U.S. butting into a whole bunch of business that don't be theirs, they could hack all of our shipping, information or something like that, and basically shut down the correspondence to have ships that bring food over to the US. They could hack that system, and now we can't go to the grocery store. Like, excuse me, you never know how vulnerable you are to something until something happens that's literally like it's out of your control. Like, you can't do anything. You can't do anything but barrel down wherever you are. And so, like, that had me thinking about just the whole self-sufficiency, why I started prepping, because of how I feel so vulnerable when they told me during the pandemic that I could only get one bag of beans and one canned good and one this and one that for my whole family of six at the time. Um, Five or six as I was with my child's father. And so it's like only one thing was allowed, only one. How's that going to feed all my family? And so for people who did not have food, the pantries were overburdened with trying to help everybody get enough food. And so, like I said, that's why I do take prepping, stockpiling, learning a new skill, like very, very serious. I do take that very serious because my eyes were opened up when, like I said, the pandemic and stuff had happened. And now it's like when it came to my food stamps, and that's how I feed my family. That's how I'm able to stockpile. That's how I'm able to do things. And then now it's coming to my rent where my bills is not getting paid, and I don't have a disposable income to pay my own rent. So it's only a matter of time, for landlords like want their money. They gotta pay a mortgage. They pay a mortgage. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my charger for my laptop. Hold on. I feel so bad. Now I know that it's not since homesteading your way out, I know, that came on here. I know it's not just my city. I know it's just not my city now. It's a federal thing because this is federally funded um money. Sorry, y'all, gotta give me something to drink. And it's like no warning. And that's why I always tell y'all, even in a video I made, I said, I think it's even titled, "We will be the last to know." By the time we actually know something, like this make you want to just start traveling more, start going to different countries more, get your passport together, because this make you want to know if you got to get your passport and get up out of the country that you can, because we will be the last to know. We will be the last to know. It's like the wagon that I bought for my kids that I spent a nice little hefty penny on. I got a warranty and stuff on that. I could turn that back in and get some money because that was the size of a little bucket car. But no, that is so if something happened, I could put all my kids in and we can leave up out of here. Like we could walk out of here, something out of here. I don't know what might happen. So things like that, that's an investment for all this stuff. And so this is not, that's why when people get on my channel and they talk about the rapture or the beast or whatever, everybody, the end of times and all of that stuff, like how to prepare for the end of times. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about how do you prepare for it now, because it's real life stuff going on. You can't think about no beast and rapture and all of that stuff. By the time that stuff happens, you don't know the hour or the day if you even gonna still be here to even see it. So, but you do know and you do see what is actually going on in other cities today and what's being impacted. And right now, like I said, the internet, like just the how much we rely on technology for everything. Like we rely, like even a lot of the rent payments now don't want a money order and for or to cash, or a check. They want you to pay online, and everything is so digital. It's like being I didn't even like you gotta for one, you gotta have some big balls. Like you gotta have some balls to hack the government and hold them up for ransom through their computers. Like, and it's like these people ain't. I mean, I don't think these people gonna get found. Like to even do this, they was planning this. They was even They was planning this stuff, and when they did their transfer, yeah, times is hard. When they did their transfer, the people already was setting up. That's like a bank is more vulnerable when the brink truck come and pick up that cash. Because now they don't have to just go to the bank. They can just scope out that brink truck. Okay, so when we just switch systems, um, we were vulnerable. I'm new to your channel. Do you pray? Do you have a Bible? Write on a sheet of paper everything you need from the Most High. Yes, I pray. Yes, I do have a Bible. Yes, I do pray. I do have a Bible. I believe that whatever God want me to experience, I will experience. Wherever I am mental settle in, something will happen. So if this was you know, it meant to happen at this year and not a year where I'm self sufficient. If God, because God knows, so if He knew that I was being unmotivated or whatever, and this was something that happened, and it just so happened to happen while I was in need and reliant on this, and He say, well, this is why you need to quit being reliant on this. You need to be reliant on me, and He know exactly how to allow me to hear Him because I'm so stubborn and I just think that I got control and I can figure everything out. Like then He got my attention now. If I was, because I've been dealing with depression and all kind of stuff like for the past couple of months, and so and getting myself out of it. Getting myself out of it and trying to get control back over my mind. But it's like now he got my attention. If I was ignoring, if I was ignoring His voice. And so, but we would be the last to know, y'all. We would be the last to know. And like I said, they were vulnerable when they did their when they switched systems. That's just like if, like I said, you robbing just a regular whatever. People already got their game plan. They already know on this and so date, the so and so will be transferring to this corporation during this time. All of their systems will be down, and so if their system is down, they're probably firewall and all of that stuff. Security is down too. No, we can't figure everything out on our own, unfortunately. So I go through what's it called? A struggle, like a battle, a control battle between me and God. Like I go through a huge control battle of just letting go and letting God. And because that's like I want to see everything. I want to see everything before I move. And so it's like I was like I'm constantly contradicting what I'm telling my God. Like you saying that you believe in me and that you walk by faith and not by sight. You saying, that my will will be done. You saying all of this stuff, but you still hold on to control because you still not moving, you still not doing things until you have A, B, C, D worked out. And that's the complete opposite of moving and walking by faith. So what is it? And so, Put everything you need on it and put it in the Bible. It speaks. And speak it into existence. I definitely will. I'll do that. I will do that. Sorry, I'll do that. I'm really sorry. I'm disabled and there is no way I could afford the rent that my owner is asking for. Sorry to hear that, Shelly. Yes, it is like, I always at the core of everything, even when my bronchitis acting up on me right now, and it have been for like a week now. I went and got COVID tested. I don't have COVID, thank God. Like I don't have the flu, thank God. But I've been really like down bad for the past week. But even with all that, like I'm so grateful that I'm not disabled. I have children that deal with disabilities. They robbed that lady while she was holding her babies. That's why you hear that kind of stuff, because it's, I'm gonna get it by any means necessary. And the necessary is that I gotta get it from somebody else because I can't get it myself. Because we're not taught that you can get something yourself. You're basically handicapped. And so that's why a lot of people say they're a product of their environment. And so that's why I'm like, I got to get my kids out of this environment, because when you're a product of your environment, it's like, I thank God that he allowed me to be able to live in the environment, but not become the environment. But I can't give the same blessing that God had gave me and put it on my children and think that God gonna give them that too. So I need to get them out of the environment, because they think like they, especially the younger ones, they at the age where they say, why everybody is always walking? Why people don't have a car? And they at the stage where it's like, hearing fireworks, they automatically think it's gunshots. Like when I came onto social media and to YouTube, I didn't want to come on YouTube and say I remember being in a place where I couldn't go to sleep at night without hearing a gunshot. I wanted to come on here and document my journey to say, as of now, I cannot go to sleep at night without hearing at least one gunshot. I cannot drive around hooky dory at night. Yes, it's time to break that mindset for the next generation. Yes, it's time. And so that's what I'm trying to give my kids: experiences, different experiences than what they're seeing, because poverty is now the norm. Like like it looks horrible to me. Driving around, it looks horrible to me. And I've been born and raised in the stuff. I can only imagine for somebody who has not been born and raised in it, they will be literally, what's it called, flabbergasted. They would not be able to really ride through these streets and see what's going on. They would actually be in disbelief. They would probably start taking. That's why a lot of people, where you be like, why they take pictures of the homeless, or why they taking pictures or video recording somebody at their lowest moments, because we can look at that and say, wow, we know the mindset of the people who going through that. But they look at it like a tourist attraction. It's unbelievable, because they never seen nothing like that before. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that I can literally get in my car, go right out to my go out around to my street, not even 3 minutes away, and I can go see this man sleeping on the porch of this building that's boarded up, covered up. And he got his friends and stuff coming visiting there. He live outside. It was another lady who lived outside. It was a lady who lived outside. They made her move because now they doing the construction, so they end up making her leave. But she literally lived outside. She was, I don't know how old she was, because she looked way older. But she washed up outside. She changed her clothes outside. Everything was outside. Me and my kids pass her every single day. And the first time it was like, why that lady outside? After that, It was normal. It was just like she outside. She was out there when it got freezing cold outside last year. Oh, my premiere's 2:30. Wait, in 30 minutes, right? Look, Nicole, go Nicole, because it showed it. And how you get notifications that I don't? How you get the reminders that I don't? This better not go at 2:30. Let me see, Nicole. This better not be started on 2:30. Hold on, Nicole. You gotta be looking at this now. Oh yeah, 3 o'clock. So yeah, so that's the update. Is that the federal government that deals with the housing is under attack? A cyber attack. Yeah, as a reminder. Thanks for having your notifications on, Nicole. Notifications gang. uh is under attack. I'm getting ready to end this live so I can regroup and be in my premiere. And be in my premiere. But yeah, y'all, like it's just one of those things that you just gotta really laugh to stop from crying. Like you gotta laugh when you really like think about that your rent not gonna get paid and that you want to move, so you want to actually move up out of this joint, but you can't because now you can't even get no port out. That's crazy. That's crazy. And so yeah, y'all. Thanks for everybody who joined this live today. I really appreciate y'all. I really, really appreciate y'all. I will keep y'all updated. I'll let y'all know what happens. I'll come on here and let y'all know when it start back up so y'all know how long it actually took. It's definitely a lot to deal with. To just be stuck, it's just to be in a constant state of uncertainty is horrible. And it's like no matter what you do, if you are dependent on this system at the season of your life that you're in, even if you made up in your mind that there's an option and I don't want to be on this for the rest of my life, it's more out there for me. You still have to be a mature adult and be right out plan to know you can't be impulsive and just do something just because you're tired of something. Like you can't do stuff just because you're tired. Like that's not a rational decision to make. And so to make up the mind that yeah, I need this right now in this season, but everything about it is wrong. I don't know what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm just gonna have to definitely pray on it, constantly thinking about it. Like I said, what I want to do is just say forget it all and leave and forget this freaking stuff. But I know that I have children to worry about too. And so I don't know. I'm just gonna, I don't know. But yeah, y'all, thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all.